Hello, and welcome to the European Commission Midday Briefing. My name is Margaritis Funkyboogaloo-Smythe. And thank you to the Culture Department for that delicious rendition of Celine Dion. A few notes and clarifications before we crack on with the fun. The Commission wishes to congratulate Friedrich Merz on his victory in the German election. It's great to see a nice, normal-ish Christian Democrat in charge of Europe's most important country, and the Commission is glad that Merz and his party were able to defeat the dangerous extremists that have been on the rise in Germany. The Greens. Mrs. von der Leyen would also like to thank Olaf Scholz, the outgoing chancellor. Who can forget all of Scholz's tremendous achievements in office, such as that time he hurt his eye and wore an eye patch. An inspiration to all of us. Time for some questions, yes. Yeah, listen, look, I know many people in Europe are worried about what the future holds with Donald Trump back in the White House, but not Mrs. von der Leyen. She has experience dealing with dangerous, loose-cannon ego-maniacs after having spent the past several years working with Franz Timmermans. Remember, there are lessons that the EU can learn from the Trump administration. For example, Elon Musk heads up the Department of Government Efficiency, which I believe is better known by the acronym DOGE. And he's trying to reduce the workforce by removing people whose jobs aren't really needed. Now, as everyone knows, the EU is an extremely efficient, fast-moving machine. And Mrs. von der Leyen has done her personal best to try and cut out waste by, for example, personally conducting vaccine negotiations with Pfizer, outsourcing as much work as possible to McKinsey, and dramatically reducing both the competencies and quality of members of the College of Commissioners. The Commission has, however, identified several areas of inefficiency that could be removed without any noticeable impact on the functioning of the EU. There are surely too many countries in the bloc. We could merge, say, Slovenia and Slovakia. Or maybe join together Slovakia and the Czech Republic. Perhaps Austria and Hungary could become. What could possibly go wrong there? And of course, there's an entire EU institution that serves little to no purpose. The European Parliament. Next question. No, on the contrary, the EU welcomes American interest in taking over Greenland. Maybe they shouldn't have withdrawn from the European community in the first place. In fact, the EU was hoping Mr. Trump might also be interested in Malta or Charleroi. But there are some things that the Americans have done that are contrary to European values. Mrs. von der Leyen was sickened at reports that Donald Trump Jr., the dumbest of the American president's children, had shot and killed a protected species of duck while in Italy. The Commission denounces all forms of hunting. Unless it's the wolf that killed Mrs. von der Leyen's pet pony, Dolly. May she rest in peace. One last question. Yes. Look, Trump said he wants to rename the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America. Europe is also considering renaming a few things. The Schuman roundabout will henceforth be known as the Ursula von der Leyen circular intersection. The United Kingdom will be renamed East Ireland. And the United States will henceforth be known as Russia 2. And that's all from me. Good day.